I'll reconnect it. Yeah, let me lower the volume just in case it took. Well, no, when the stream takes, because then the lights will change. I mean, I know it's live, but now there's going to be other factors that are going to play it. It's like,
This isn't as fun as it looks. Cut the power. We're even, long as we're only counting today. Kilo 2-3, what's your ETA?
Imminent, Sergeant. Find some cover. Got a clear path.
Roger that, Hocus. Friendly gunship coming in hot.
oh, it should be on anyways.
I'm gonna kill you, Chief. Hocus, Phantom.
I see him. Stand by. What? Going loud. Everyone down. Grant one Phantom. Flip the hell out.
Good job.
Scratch two.
I keep forgetting to update the title before I tell you to go live, but that's okay. One of these days I'll get an SOP happening for this. All right.
Shotgun, let's roll.
And there it goes. That also means that it gets distributed to as many of these sources at the same time. That lets me know that whenever I go live, it's also going to broadcast on various networks.
Come on, Chief. Commander Keys.
So, and that changing shows me that it finished the job. Computer, turn on normal lights. So it's kind of helpful. Like so for an example, Twitter got updated at the same exact time. As soon as I can find out where my Twitter is. There it is.
IFF confirmed. Contact is Pelican dropship, Kilo 2-3, over.
Roger that. What's the word, Kilo 2-3?
Sierra 117 on board. Request priority clearance. Over.
Deck's yours. Come on down.
So that's perfect. I love it. So yesterday we were talking about
Sorry for the tight squeeze.
Hulk Hogan.
Tell the commander her ace is in the hole.
So let me see, what should we title this part?
Check it out. No way.
So yesterday,
For real.
or
Oh man, he's here. We're gonna be
Where did you find him?
Napping out back.
I'll
what do we
bet.
want to call it? That what do you call it over there? The Mount
Likewise, man.
Rushmore.
Let's get you up to speed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for the WWE Mount Rushmore,
Smashed what was left of it.
uh,
Terrestrial casualties from the
what I
subsequent
want to say
bombardment
about
were
that is, so to a degree,
Truth
there should
could
be a
have
couple of
landed
faces
anywhere, but he
permanently
committed all his
etched on it.
forces here, East Africa,
And I would
the
say
ruins
that
of
there are
Mombasa.
people that should be there
Then
that
they started digging.
the game changers, whether you're a fan of that person or not.
We stopped it, but only
All
temporarily.
right, does that make sense? Like,
Now the prophet of truth is
you don't have to
looking for
like that
something
person,
called
but they got to be
Ark,
there.
where he'll be able to fire
Right.
all the Halo rockets. If he succeeds,
Clearly, Hulk Hogan is a game changer,
the Covenant,
right?
every sentient being
I don't know
in the
if you
galaxy.
would put.
The rings will kill us all.
Ma'am?
I would
have
probably put him
Patch
there,
him through.
which would be
Good news,
savage
Commander.
as
He's
being the
got it.
fourth,
Good as it gets,
Oh.
sir.
as another character.
What's your status?
Like I'm trying to think of certain characters. Like for an example,
Glad to hear it.
I would put
Commander's come
I
up with a
would
good
put
plan. Without
um,
you, I wasn't sure we could pull it off.
Truth ships
Hogan,
are clustered above the excavation site,
Rock,
and
and
his
Stone
infantry
Cold
is deployed
as
anti-aircraft
three
batteries around
faces.
the perimeter. But
What I'm talking
if
about,
we
and the reason why I say this, and what I'm trying to get at is this: these are the individuals that really
They're down or we're not receiving.
elevated the show,
any of our bird squadron,
right? Those were the two. Those were the three for sure that really.
Closing on our position.
Look, I know that, and I'm not talking about the greatest of all time, Rushmore. I'm talking about the people that actually changed the industry. The people that actually made the industry like phenomenal.
we knew
You know what? To a degree,
what we have a plan.
and again, you don't have to be a fan,
Let's go.
but the person that should be there, I would say, for the fourth
Perimeter's
one.
this way.
And here it is. This could be controversial. You ready for it? Vince McMahon. Like,
Maybe
you gotta have him up there. There's no WWE. There's no Hulk Hogan without him. No Rock.
Don't worry
No
about
Stone
the
Cold.
I got it.
Those are the four faces. And what I'm saying is, look, if we're talking about people that changed the industry.
yeah,
Now, if we're also going to say this though, like your Mount Rushmore is going to have to be different based on like the fans,
Chief,
like your fan,
Commander will brief you as you go.
your fanfare of the mountain is going to be different, right? But we all there has to be some sort of level of agreement that I don't have to be a fan, but I acknowledge their
Come
they
on,
should
sir.
be
I'll
there,
show you the way.
kind of thing, right?
Base was built for some 20.
No, did I cut you off? You remember what you were about to say?
oh yeah. 'Cause, some people might not pick him because of recent news,
Well, yeah, you know what?
but he was the one that started like WrestleMania and stuff.
Yeah, he's the one who had to
Get those
look. What I
turrets up. Watch your
well, because
fields
look, we
fire.
kind of talked about this yesterday about how
Point of entry. Best assessment.
Hangar Sergeant.
Agreed.
you
Master Chief,
got
get
you
there.
got
We're with you, Chief.
now whether The Rock is a fan of Hulk Hogan or not.
Following, sir.
And what I mean by that, obviously he got in there because of his father and his grandfather before him, you know, being third gen, right?
Channel is secure.
My
fire teams are spread thin.
But you know what? But and the reason why I'm saying this for The Rock, you gotta understand something else too. Like remember his dad, you know, his dad is his dad. You typically don't champion your dad at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? Like he probably did. I want to say he
Oh.
did it. Good gravy.
How'd that land on me?
You guys were watching. What are we watching?
Halo 3.
Halo 3. Or playing Halo 3. You're watching Halo 3 as we're discussing variations, and obviously we'll change game titles and if we, you know, if that's where we feel like it. One of the reasons why I don't say what we're playing because I don't ever know until Cyrus gets here. But we stream around 4 o'clock CST. We stream for about at least 2 hours. And anyways, so, and I would say this: we would stream for longer if we get enough audience, and then they start demanding for it. But anyways, the point that I'm making is this: whether Rock actually, like, I'm not saying he didn't love his father or nothing like that, but at the end of the day, like, he might be honored that his dad is who his dad is. But it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like, when famous celebrities are your fans, kind of thing. And so maybe like we said yesterday, that Terry was his dad took Hulk Hogan under his wing in some certain cases, and so they got this history. And whether or not Hulk Hogan became and probably not, because Hulk Hogan could just be a friend of the family. You just love and adore, like he's uncle, right? He's a friend of the family. That he's as close to you, he's like one of those uncles. You just call him Uncle so and so, even though he's not blood related. But by calling him uncle, you kind of see him as such. You know what I mean? And maybe that's how Hulk Hogan was for him. But like I was saying, like, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Steve Austin got in because of Hogan. I don't know.
I think he might have been more of like a Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Or Dusty Rhodes.
Right. I don't know what their inspiration was, but obviously you get to like I want to say Cena. Might have been a Hogan fan.
Oh yeah.
Now, and the reason why I'm saying that is this, like, and again, I don't know who was a Rock. I remember the Miz talking to saying he grew up watching The Rock.
Oh yeah, he used to imitate him on that reality show.
Yeah, and now again, this goes back to the fact that we got a larger than life character named Hulk Hogan. And eventually it breathes the life of, of course it's going to take about a decade and a half to get there. To get Stone Cold and The Rock, and you got to understand too. If you want to, I was watching 6 Feet Under, the Undertaker podcast, and one of the cases was, there was an acknowledgement of Steve Austin's role.
Oh yeah, he's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he could be on your Mount Rushmore for sure. Like, right? Like, you gotta think of it like when I was growing up. Before I even had I don't know what it was, but like I came to see Hogan, but then I also came to see a few other people. Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior, the Junkyard Dog. Like, I had to see at least one of the handful of people at least that Saturday, and I would be satisfied. Hogan would be nice. And I never understood why I didn't get to see Hogan all the time. But I was like, well, instead of keep being disappointed here, I'll just try to, find some other faces. Not to mention, we also had the toys. So that made a deal. And those wrestler toys is really funny. Like, they're made out of fat rubber.
Oh yeah.
And they posed, and they were in that position all the time.
This way.
Like, it ain't like it is today. Like, I'm pretty sure you know where you could adjust them and stuff.
Line them up. Line them up.
But they had to be in that same spot all the time. I remember we even had the thumb wrestlers where you stick your hand up there behind in, and we did things that way. I was thinking about stuff like that, like, man, how these things.
That's easy, buddy, right there too.
You know what's funny is how the stupid stuff entertained us as kids.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do it for me today because I want to understand like how do you set up the rules? How do you set up a fair fight?
I think I do remember those thumb wrestler things.
And if you guys don't know, Osiris and I are about a decade apart. So him being born in a 90s, I'm born in, I'm gonna just say flat 80. So we're a decade apart. So we're born at the O of each decade. And so that's the reason why we get this. It's not even a full generation would be like 20 years.
We've linked it to smaller charges throughout
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of who would fit that bill.
Evacuation is complete.
Right about now, I can't think off the hand. But anyways,
See you on the last Pelican.
Follow me, Chief.
with somebody being born in 2000, the turn of the century, and then doing what we do, it would be different. Now, so what I'm getting at is Stone Cold, and again, I'm talking about the people that just changed the face of that industry. Clearly, Vince, you don't have to like the man, but you have to at least acknowledge that he was the cause, right?
Yeah.
Because if you like Hulk Hogan, who's responsible? Vince McMahon. If you like The Rock, who's responsible? Vince McMahon. If you like
he was
some,
good at creating. Yeah.
and then so it's and I know it. Look, it's hard for me to even put him on the mountain. It's not my mountain though. It has to be the all-purpose mountain. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, the way I would see it is like, okay, here's the all-purpose mountain, and then I'm gonna put my mountain on the left side, or you put your mountain on the right side. Chances are we might have some of the same faces, but 3 other extra characters, right? And like you just said Stone Cold will be on yours. So we don't have to put Stone Cold on there twice. We're just putting him on there once because he's on your mountain. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the all-purpose of all time, Vince McMahon has to be on that mountain whether you like him or not. And look, man, I'm saying it, and I don't even like it.
He was even an on-screen character
Yeah,
when he wasn't supposed to be, I don't think.
right. He played into it.
Yeah.
And you could see with him, you could see that I did watch his documentary just before his,
Oh, the Netflix?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did watch that, and I was like, man, you could see this. It's as if WWE or wrestling itself is an entity, like a demonic force, and this man is possessed. You know what I mean? And I don't know how else to put it. Like, he's just sucked in. Like,
Oh, yeah. Because he lives and breathes.
he lives and breathes it. And you know what? There are some people. So I was telling you yesterday, like we were talking about how Hulk Hogan, and people were saying he's racist. I would say it this way. Let's say for an example, let's say for an example, before the Attitude Era, we had Stone Cold
Good.
being a PG character. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he speaks softly and he speaks
What he had been as.
kind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not saying we eventually change him, but that's funny how we can kill the enemy, but not the guy that they're having.
Yeah.
Need to the grenade.
Oh, whoops. Well, he can't die, I guess. He's part of the story.
Join the fight, Chief.
It's amazing how these bullets don't affect nobody else. You know what I mean? I know a lot of officers or people in the, I don't know them personally, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there's a lot of them that be like, I wish these bullets behave like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, let me get back on track to where I was talking about where,
Vince.
yeah, but, so Vince, that's part of where I was going. So yeah, you can see that he was really sucked into it. You know, Hogan was, you know, like I said yesterday, they were saying he was being racist and all that stuff, and if Stone Cold, you know, was a soft demeanor, like business type guy at first, and then you found out that at home he cusses like a sailor. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give you an example. Like one of my other favorite wrestlers back in the 80s. One of my other favorite wrestlers was Jake the Snake.
Oh yeah.
All right, like I love to see that dude. And I don't know if this is true or not about Jake the Snake, but I was told that he was afraid of snakes.
Oh.
Ain't that weird? That's gonna be your persona all of a sudden. Anyways, I move on. Are you stuck?
I'm gonna just kill myself.
Yeah. But anyways, like what if you find like, so you come to find out later on, and this isn't news. You come to find out later on that this man is a drunk and a drug addict.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But that's at home. But on stage, on screen, you see this wonderful human being performing, giving you a great show.
Let us move the survivors up to the hatch.
And nobody thinks to wonder about what his home life is like. Well, it all eventually comes out, but does that diminish my take on the man? No, because I really know Jake the Snake from whenever he's in the ring.
Should I do, ma'am?
Hold position.
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
leaving without him.
Like, that's how I really know him. And so if Stone Cold was like this, like prissy businessman, and then we find out that at home he cusses like a sailor, he drinks all day, whatever, and he's one of my dudes, I wouldn't really hold it against him because I only know the Stone Cold I know only is whenever he's in the ring. I'm like, because one of the things I know for sure is everybody likes to throw shade against somebody
Going after the thrusters.
for whatever reason,
Shake them off.
and I don't know what that reason is. And if you're trying to make me lose favor of that man, it's not going to work because I become loyal. I build a loyalty to the people that I like. Like, you tell me this about Hulk Hogan, but my loyalty to this man, like, I would still sit down and have a dinner with the man. That's how I feel. Same thing with Jake the Snake. I don't care that he was a drunk or a drug addict, or he still is, whatever. I don't know if he's still alive, do you know?
Oh yeah, he's still around. He
Thank
works for. He's still in wrestling too.
Oh, buddy.
He works for AEW now.
Now with the Snake though, I don't. So I need Osiris to tell me about the.
I wish he would. Well, I don't know
yeah.
if he do the snakes actually. I don't think he does. I think he's just managing the young, well, on screen.
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, like, my loyalty to these men, they would have to be very, what's the word? I mean, I don't know what it would take to, I don't know what they would have to do for me to lose a gloss over my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like what if you found out Stone Cold had a big old scandal?
Then there's these people that I don't know if they saw a video of him doing it, like saying he used to whip his wife or
Who?
Stone Cold,
Oh,
but there ain't no proof. I don't think.
right. So let's say that was the case. Without, if people are saying this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but then the question is, why are you saying this, and then why now? Right? Like for me, I'm a person that says like, look, we probably should nip it in the bud before it got 20 years deep. That's just my take on it. Like now is not the time to talk about it. The problem was 20 years ago.
Drones, go.
You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. You know, like again, going back to Hulk Hogan cursing up a storm or making his racial comments about
Brutes.
his daughter dating black men.
They disarmed the bomb.
Like why are we
Sorry, Commander,
we
there were too
discussing
many.
it 20 years later?
Even for
Why are
me.
we discussing it 15? You know,
Get back to the
what is it?
center.
10 years later?
Kill those brutes.
Now 20?
Rearm the bomb. I've got to get these men out.
Shouldn't we have dealt
I'll
with it
radio
then?
with another exit.
I don't know why. You know what I mean? And you could tell too, like if Hogan was going to run for office, that'd be the first thing they would pull out would be that video.
Yeah.
Because you gotta deface the name. I'm not saying he's going to run for office, but I'm just saying like that's what would, that's usually what that stuff is for.
Yeah. Just.
It's got to be fuel for later so that he can't be big. So like,
If I ran for office, they'll find something on me real quick.
yeah, they'd be like, well, he did public urination, really? Because they would have to look hard for us.
Yeah.
Or better yet, they would have to manufacture it. They could manufacture anything now.
Yeah. AI.
Yeah. So it goes back to like, do you really believe? If you believe it, then that's you. That he's racist. If you don't believe it, then that's still you. I mean, everybody has their. It's up to you at this point how you take what Hogan said 20 years ago. Now, somebody again, like Henry's saying, like, well, he should come out and apologize. I think Kofi said the same thing, like, just come out and apologize. For what? Something he said at home? Roseanne said something in public. She apologized in public. Not that it did anything for her, but the reason why the stuff at home doesn't really bother me as much as the Roseanne Barr thing does, and that really bothers me because in order for it to get onto that platform, you had to have a desire to want to say that on purpose and let the whole world hear what you have to say on the top of your brain. At home, it can be off the cuff. It's supposed to be off the cuff. You're supposed to be relaxed at home, kind of thing. I don't know how to me it's different. Like to me in public would be like, okay, I'm gonna have a press conference. Well, that means you're about to say something. I don't know what you're gonna say. Yeah, we'll hear it when you say it, right? But at home, somebody's gonna say something like, how do you react to pain? Oh, it hurts. And so when Hogan is talking, he's talking at home. And again, I agree with Rock. It's not that we condone it. It's just, man, you're gonna say stuff at home.
We have taken their command center. Have you discovered how they plan to stop me?
Oh.
But even if Now I was watching a, again, the 6 Feet Under while I'm working, and I'm watching the episode that has Booker T on it, and I can't remember who he was commenting on, but him and Taker was like talking about the industry, about
Bomb that bomb.
That did it, Chief. Bomb's armed.
We got your
like
exit.
some
Service elevator.
they were referring to how one of the wrestlers was really caught into a scandal of sorts, and then Booker was like, man, you guys don't know, it's a real temptation out here, right? Like the things that's bombarded at you, he says it's no wonder that hardly any of us survive it with all this, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, but of course he wasn't saying that he condoned it either, but he's just saying like, he's like, it's so easy when it just comes to you instead of you going looking for it. I'm like, yeah, that's fair, and no doubt with Vince McMahon.
Hanger. Straight to the cave, Chief.
And a part of me believe, like, if you think for 1 second that he wasn't perhaps enjoying talent, that's silliness. Huh?
Yeah.
As gorgeous as those divas are,
Yeah. Some of them probably, never mind. I gotta say, they probably liked it, some of them.
right?
They just,
And I'm not saying that they did. I'm not saying that not all divas are innocent or guilty or whatever. But you gotta understand, man. It's funny like how you can see about 20 different women. You get the 21st, and she's like, man, I don't know what it is about this one.
so just trying to get his money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Same with someone else.
Yep. But again,
I mean, you seen have you ever seen Bill Belichick's girlfriend?
oh yeah, no.
Not. Well, she's not his age.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Look, you don't know Star Trek, and I'll give you another one better. If you ever seen Alex Trebek's wife before he passed on, like, you just living way above your means, my sir. Huh? Now, some people be like, well, it shouldn't. That's some people think it's messed up. Who was that? Robert De Niro still busting out a kid?
Oh yeah.
That's not a surprise to me. You know what's a surprise to me? If Cher busted out a child.
Yeah.
That's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Because a lot of people be thinking about, like,
Find that elevator.
it's a surprise. No, it isn't. A man is still fertile till the day he died.
Yeah.
A man could just keep cranking them out as much as he wants. You just gotta have a willing vessel, that's all. And De Niro found one. Whether it's his legitimately, I'm not gonna stand against it, or I'm not saying nothing on that factor because I don't know anything more than anything else.